Hello everyone, my name is Andrew, and I am part of the group Legend Trackers. The three of the guys are here today. We are in historical Virginia City, inside the famous Washoe Club, inside the actual museum here. We got a little bit of the intro to Ghost Adventures going on right now, how their first video went out. We're here just to kind of sneak in the sights and stuff like that, and get a refeel of everything. Just wanted to change the scenery to see how everything was. And today, we've been doing this for a couple weeks now. We wanted to kind of catch up on it because we kind of missed last week. We want to kind of go about, certain things we want to talk about, paranormal, supernatural, stuff like that. I think this week, though, we can kind of get into, a little bit of our belief system. I know William was talked before, you've seen the videos about, what his belief in paganism and stuff like that is, but I want to get a little more of a full spectrum of, how everybody's belief system is. And I know the three of us here, William, myself, and Armand are here. So what I figured to do now is you've heard a little bit about William. I figured maybe this time we can talk a little bit about with Armand and see, because I know he is Catholic and I want to see how his views are on things like that. So that being said, I think I'm done with my, what I need to say. For the meantime, I like to go and talk to these guys now and see what they think about their belief system and how they kind of interact with the things we do on a daily basis. So I'm going to pass it over to Armand now. I'll let him see what he'd like to say at this point.
And you're on.
Hey, everyone. Here at Washoe Club. Just us guys. We left the girls behind for now. But we always come here, obviously, to...
It sure is quiet.
Right?
What? I'm too quiet?
No, I said, you say left the girls behind, and said it sure is quiet.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's a good day that we picked today to come here. A lot of times it's really busy, so we get a chance to feel what we want to feel without other people getting in the way. So it kind of closed off to just the three of us right now. So, but I don't know, as far as belief system, I mean, you can check out our website. Legend Trackers, check out About Us, and we'll tell you all that you need to know about us there, I guess. But right now we're going to go ahead and just check out some things that we've been wanting to do, maybe with just us guys here. So
I think one of the things we wanted to focus on too is how does your belief system, Armand, help you in what we do? I mean, is there times where you depend on your faith when you get into a situation, maybe it's a little uncomfortable, or is that something you would do? Well,
that's a good question. With my belief system, it really has nothing to, or like as far as my religious background, the faith that I believe in with Catholicism. For me, it takes a little bit more. Like when you guys feel something, you yourself, William and Andrew, feel something, I might not necessarily feel it right away. So it takes a little bit more for me to kind of feel what's going on in my surroundings.
All right, let me ask you this: being a Catholic, that and I want people to know. I already know the answer to this, but I think that you need to say it also, because you basically have, we have Danielle, who's Wiccan, and Kate, who's Wiccan, and Andrew and I are both pagan, and you have your belief system. How do you feel about working with 4 other pagans as far as what we do? Do you think it's a conflict? Does it work?
I don't think so, because like I said, it's. I've always thought that the differences really can combine very well.
Yeah. Yes.
With the paganism and Wiccan. My sister is Wiccan, so I'm pretty familiar with that side of it. Paganism, it's very interesting, and I really don't shy away from anything that us as a group do.
Yeah. Well, that's part of your open mind too for what we do, because you have to have an open mind. I think our diversity is our strength in this. Yeah. And one of the things I wanted to bring up also is, when we did our first radio show, and I mentioned how Andrew and I were pagan and doing it. We started doing what we did, and then on the break, the guy hosting the radio show really emphasized that it was a Christian radio show and almost kind of scolded us. Yeah. We mentioned that. Yeah, we did. And that's the closed mind we run into with this sometimes.
Well, yeah, and a lot of times it's unfortunate that they would have to kind of mention that, because it should be just freelance. Hey, this is what what we're talking about right now. And if another religion kind of or belief system gets in their way of what they're trying to do, then so be it. But I mean, we're just trying to express our feelings and our thoughts on it. and it shouldn't be closed off right away necessarily. We should have an open mind. Everybody should have an open mind. That's why I said with you guys, paganism and Wiccan really is very interesting to me, and it kind of meshes well with how I feel. Exactly. Now, like I said, you know, I'm the skeptic in that I need to see it to believe it. So that's why I'm here. That's why we do what we do, and so more investigations come, the more that we're gonna, you know, kind of focus on really trying to, you know, get to the bottom of the paranormal, and so that's why we continuously come back to Virginia City all the time. So.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
well. Also, I wanted to say as well that every single pagan and Wiccan I've spoken to when we've got on the subject of religion says the same thing. They said everyone has the right to believe what they want.
Yeah.
Without exception, they say they believe everyone should believe their own thing and no one should force their beliefs on anyone. And that's something that a lot of organized religions have problems with, is they try to force it down your throat and tell you what's going to happen as a result of it. But
I'm sorry, I keep on focusing. I'm thinking that I'm seeing stuff going on.
Probably are.
Here. Probably the corner of my eye. You know, I never know, but I might be also.
Well, I noticed when we walked in here, we got quite a change in temperature, but anyway, back to Andrew here. But
now let me kind of re-emphasize certain things. On the second radio show that we did with that radio station, I really emphasize on the fact of keeping an open mind, because regardless of whether you're pagan, Wiccan, Christian, Catholic, you know, whatever, you know, have organized or necessarily unorganized, whatever you want to call it. I think you should always keep an open mind about things, because you never know. You could have an experience with something that, you know, your belief could go totally against, and you have honestly no idea that it's, you know, that it could even happen, and then your whole spectrum of belief could completely change, you know? So, like, you know, me being pagan, is I believe in you know, stuff about nature and the elements and spiritual things in the sense of, you know, natural creatures, stuff like that, which, you know, and I obviously, you know, somebody who's Catholic, of course, believes, you know, stuff like, you know, the higher powers, you know, like angels and what have you and stuff like that. But like I said, no matter what religion I think you follow, there is no reason for you to still at least keep an open mind about things, especially somebody who's been in a religion and is you know, has converted, I guess I'm going to say, you know, it's not really a word for all religions, you know, has transferred over to a really different religion. You know, like I said, I used to be a Pentecostal Christian before. Now, doesn't mean I don't have a disrespect for religion, doesn't mean I don't necessarily follow religion anymore, doesn't mean I condone it. It means that, you know, I still keep an open mind and utmost respect for that religion. Of course, as always, when I'm going to a church or, you know, see a baptism or a ceremony, of course, I always show the utmost respect for something like this. You know, I don't do it a disservice by condoning it. So that's what I said, you know, keep an open mind.
Well, I think a good thing we need to emphasize here also is that being pagans, how many times has our paganism helped us in investigations as far as putting up protection, as far as what to do or banishing? We know you learn so much about these things. You know, how to get rid of troublesome spirits. It's because of our pagan studies and pagan's belief that we know these things, and it has most assuredly helped us in what we do.
In a lot of ways, you know. But like I said, even with us, you know, we have our own protection methods, and I can guarantee you, Mr. Amon over here has probably had his own protection methods as well. Whatever it may be, you know, he may ask for the, you know, it could be guardian angels to, you know, help and guide him and give him assistance, or whatever the holy light, you know, whatever it could be. But, you know, everybody has their own way of doing certain things in certain religions. There's no, I'm going to say this right now, there is no right or wrong religion. It's whatever religion you feel most benefits you.
Yeah, so what was being like kind of not forced on us at the time, maybe with, you know, with the radio station, what they were trying to do, but kind of like, you know, bring it back to what we're talking about with angels and stuff. They wanted to continuously talk about that, which is fine. You know, that's great. But, you know, don't be closed-minded, you know, like kind of going back to what we said, you know, just have an open mind on what our views are, because you brought us on, you know, the radio station. So don't close us off about what we're trying to talk about here and then go back to what you always want to talk about. It's great that he had us on and everything, but to have a closed mind like that and just say, you know, kind of scold us maybe in a way.
It was kind of like that, yes. It was
So,
almost like a reprimand, a warning,
so that's why we're going to do our own thing, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was a good experience, it's just kind of like, to get on there and have, that was kind of a great thing that they let us do.
And I think also we should emphasize that in defense of all beliefs, if you get into a situation like we go into a situation and we feel because there are dangerous places to go and physical dangers that can come up. When you call upon something, whether it's God, Jesus, whether it's the dragons, which is we call to stand by us, or our guardian angels, the most important thing is what it means to you.
Exactly.
Is if you believe this power is there, that's what you need to call upon. It's just what is just as effective as another.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you believe that power is there around you. So
yeah, you definitely need that just in case any demonic presence is there, or something that's going to harm us in any way. Like you're talking about, not the little people, but the what were they called? I forgot what. It was like the little people, but you were more of like if we were to go by ourselves. In the dark at
trolls.
Trolls,
yes.
Yeah. So you always have to have that sort of protection. So I felt really comfortable with the whole protection that we had every time we go in as a group.
Yeah.
I definitely feel with the white light or the circle around, circle of protection.
It all comes from the same place.
Right. So,
yeah, it really does.
We're gonna. Definitely focused right now, and of course, again, we're at the Crypt in Washoe Club, and we're gonna just, I guess I'm done with what I'm saying right now.
No. Anything more you want to add?
I would add one little thing more onto this. Reiterating what I've said before, but I also want to mention one thing. We are just a tiny planet in a large universe. And I'm not saying just in this as of earthly, spiritual things on the earth. You could be dealing with stuff one day, something that's not even part of this galaxy for all you know. We have no idea. We could have stuff out there that we could think that's not even existent, and that could be there as well. So that's another thing you should keep up in mind about. Not so much about the belief system, but about believing what could be out there. And I'm not saying just in this as extraterrestrials or something like that. There could be any type of being out there in the universe, and we have no idea that it even exists until one day it could show itself, and we will just be awestruck by it,
And I can add something to that as well. And I've always thought this when I was young too, that don't you, maybe you can say about this also, Armand. We're here on Earth and we have this huge planet and we built all these things, but don't you think that it's just a bit self-centered that we think there is no other life anywhere else?
Absolutely.
That we're the only thing out there in this huge, vast universe?
I'm going to throw an example out there. I forget how the exact details went down, and I forget the name of the place that discovered it. There's virtually several dozens of planets that astronomy laboratories have discovered that have millions of planets on them, multiple galaxies that have been discovered,
different sorts of life,
hundreds of potential life forms. They even said, and I forget the name of the research facility that found it, but they said there's been 3 planets that have very good chance of having actual life on them.
I always say I might be the skeptic of the group, but I do believe in other life.
Oh yeah, as I said, it's too vast to think. Are we that self-centered as human beings that we think we're it? That there's nothing else out there.
I almost call that, I'm not going to say selfish because that just sounds rude, but like I said, the whole open mind thing is so important.
Keep an open mind.
Because just keep an open mind. I'm not saying you have to go one way or another. Just keep an open mind about things. Just like I said, whether it's a belief you feel in, something you believe in.
Because then you create controversy if you do that.
If you shut your mind out,
then you're like the radio station.
And that's where a lot of conflicts, in my personal opinion, this is just opinion. I don't justify this per se. This is opinion of mine. A lot of conflicts happen because of just the closed-mindedness that a lot of people out there have. Like I said, I'm not saying it's a force of habit. I'm just saying keep an open mind about things. You know, just think about, you know, okay, well, that could be this, or this could be that, or that could be there, that could be here, this could be this. You know.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
let me add one more thing to that. This is, in fact, this is almost a peeve of mine. There's a TV show on, I won't say the show, and I like the show very, very much, okay? And it's what I ultimately wanted us to be doing. But this fellow gets on there and he goes and looks for this or that creature, this or that legend. And he always finishes the show. In fact, I was watching the reruns the other day. He always finishes the show when it said he doesn't find it saying, well, because it looked like this creature or that creature or all these stories, we didn't find it, it doesn't exist. Wrong.
Wrong.
You know, just because you don't go there and don't find it yourself, you know, how infrequent the sightings are over the hundreds of years, why can you come to the conclusion that it doesn't exist?
There's no solid,
just because you didn't find it.
100% proof of anything that nothing exists.
That's why
there's more lightness that it may not exist, but that doesn't mean for certain it isn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the thousand plus years, there's been documentation of Bigfoot, and people have seen everything there. And because I go into the woods and I don't see Bigfoot, therefore Bigfoot does not exist. It's like that's what he comes up with. And I say I hate those conclusions.
Right. Let me bring up one more thing as well. I was just thinking about this. Okay, a lot of people don't believe in like dragons, or special mythical creatures, stuff like that. Okay, that's their opinion. However, you have to understand, the Earth, if in terms of scientific fact that this is true, it's over 4 billion years old. Think of the times of Atlantis and everything beforehand. Because remember, most history was recorded, I don't know, what was it, 10,000, over 10,000 years, the time the humans came around?
Yeah.
So any recorded history before then, we don't know almost nothing about. So we've only heard documentation and only stories mostly about the time of Atlantis or stuff like that. So we don't know what could have been in the past.
They're finding new things all the time.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you mentioned Atlantis, let me bring this up too, and dragons. I don't know if you're aware of this or not too, but in the documentation regarding Atlantis, it said that Atlantis used to regularly deal with dragons.
Right.
They used to regularly deal with, because dragons could speak the human language.
Right.
And were very intelligent, and used to work with the people of Atlantis.
Oh.
So, very much so. So, it's okay, folks. You can go. Go ahead.
It's okay.
It's all right.
No worries.
But yeah, they regularly dealt with them. So as I said, they say that those beings, this is actually the truth, is all those beings like that actually lived in both existences. They had one foot on each side when they were here, and when the earth got so unfriendly, but because of us, because of our activities and things, and our destruction, they moved more or less permanently into the other realm.
Right.
They can come into this realm, but don't often come into this realm.
Right, because like I said, we haven't discovered, in a sense we've discovered, there could be multiple planes of existence out there that we haven't even discovered yet. Like I said, the Earth is very small. Humans have only been around for, like I said, about roughly 10,000 years. We have no idea what is speculated indefinitely what has come before us.
And today also is one of the days, the two big days where the veil between worlds is the thinnest. Today is Beltane. It's actually pronounced Beltana, but most people say Beltane. But they say the 2 days that their veils are most thinnest between those two worlds are Beltane, which today, May 1st, or Samhain, which is Halloween. So, and today is Beltane. So as I say, the veils are very thin today.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm with you guys. I'm
See, for example, somebody who keeps an open mind about things like this. He still holds dear to what he feels is his belief system. But that doesn't mean he's not willing to learn about something else. And that's where, a lot of people would, I think, have more enjoyment about learning about other things. Now, if you don't like it, after you learn about it, then that's completely understandable. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Don't mind us.
Yep, you guys are good. It's something you can enjoy it, and you can enjoy it, or you can not enjoy it.
Yes.
And if you not enjoy it, if you learn about it, that's okay too. We're not saying you have to like it.
No.
What we are saying is keep an open mind about things like
sure.
that.
So. You folks can go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Yep, absolutely.
We're just shooting YouTube.
So but that's my thing. Because I have so many people that totally are against me and don't believe in what I believe and don't follow what I follow, and that's their opinion.
And they also say less than polite things about me.
Yeah, well, that's relevance here and over there. So
Yeah.
relevance, excuse me. But
Well, as I said, that's this is a good subject that we covered this first time. Like I say, we're going to be talking regularly and hopefully getting out on the road more.
I
But
think what I want to do next week is be out somewhere like the Glen or something like that moving forward, and talk about what type of mythical or earthly creature that we feel has benefited us the most, has aided us the most
yeah,
personally.
I think it's a good subject. Yes, and I
That'd be a great
hopefully the
subject.
ladies will be with us too. Like I say,
Hopefully, hopefully
they're
they'll
both under the
find
weather
this
today,
summer.
but
But it better be on a Thursday.
yeah, we would probably do this on a Thursday.
Or next-
Yeah,
Wednesday, he's not off anymore.
right. So we'll be doing it Thursday, then, which is fine.
Which I think it worked, because if you can meet in the afternoon, I can meet in the afternoon.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
think that they can meet in the afternoon, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do, good subject. But I think we give this a wrap. But I think there, and all to all our friends out there into the pagan side, we want to wish them a happy Beltane, and because today is Beltane, and very special day, a good day to celebrate. And if you have a loved one, they say this is the best day to be romantic.
Yep.
So. Definitely it. So, okay, we'll sign it off here as Legend Trackers, and thank Armand and Andrew, and I'm behind the camera, I'm here, but as said, so we'll sign off for now, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.